Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Love of Lapidary Podcast. I'm Courtney. That's Dave. And Andrew and Ryan. Woo, woo.
Yeah, mine says my name right there. That's how I remember it.
Yeah, that's how we know. We can't tell who Andrew and Ryan are. They're just the Glacier Bros. So you can just call them bros. How's everybody doing tonight? Haven't seen you in like 2 weeks. What's up, guys?
Dude, has it been that long?
It has.
It's been 3 weeks.
Wow.
For me, yeah, because I had the vet emergency with
and then we had the week where we didn't do.
Yeah, and then I was working. Yeah, where I had the vet visit was when. Today's topic is rocks, Robert. We're going to talk about rocks today. Yeah, the week that we ended up canceling, I had the emergency vet visit with the lizard, and I was there till midnight. And then last week I was working also till after midnight. So it's been a heck of a few weeks for me. So
rocks, Robert.
Hey, Loki. What kind of rock is that, Dave?
This, believe it or not.
Hey.
When I get it up there, you'll never guess.
Oh, is that the purple cow? Is that the purple cow you posted?
This is Gary Green, but it's blue Gary Green. It's the blue stuff that they just found out.
You're going to have to hook us all up with a slab.
Yeah, hopefully I can get slabs off of it.
Don't be stashing
Dave,
that
I don't need a whole
away.
slab. You know what? We'll take pop sockets.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah, that would work too.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm telling you what, that would be an amazing pop socket.
Right?
I agree.
Right.
When I saw this, because it was limited material, this came out of the Caldera rock shop down in Nevada. And they own a mine down there, and she said there just wasn't a whole lot of this came out, but this is actually blue instead of green.
Nice.
I couldn't wait to show that off.
You got some too. Good for you. Yeah, I haven't been. I've been so busy, like I haven't even been able to breathe. So I've missed everything for like 3 weeks, like everything.
Oh, gee.
So I don't sleep.
Is Matt trying to get in?
I don't see him now.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll be here in a second, I'm sure. And I guess Brad will be here in a second. Maybe we'll have everybody tonight. That would be nice.
It's been months, I think. A couple months.
It's been a while. Well, poor Matt. Matt's just working himself.
Matt works hard.
But he's making the money.
So does Brad works hard too. He's been building.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. And he's working, building, as well as building his mom's house too. And running the shop. And. He's as nuts as I am. What, Andrew?
I think he's in the lobby. If you want to.
I don't see nobody in the lobby. Just
he said it started now to get in.
What lobby is he in? He's not in this one.
He's not in the studio?
No.
Oh, man.
I literally see just the three of us.
Damn.
We really don't take the lobbyers here anyway.
We don't like lobbyers. Hey, Scott.
Hey, Jaws.
So I've been trying to, cut a few cabs when I can breathe, but that hadn't really worked out too well. I did just finish a custom order and get it in the mail a week late.
Wait a minute. Brandon from Facebook. Brandon that I know, Brandon?
Hi, Brandon.
Raise your hand if it's the same Brandon.
I don't know. It says Simon Doomslayer.
Raise his hand.
I wondered if you'd catch that.
Yeah, I caught it. I don't know how you raise your hand. That would be in a Zoom meeting. You can raise your hand.
Well, you can do a thumbs up,
Oh, something. Yeah, I guess. So anyway, yes, it is him.
Well, welcome, Brandon. He's new here then.
Yeah. So now we know what my crazy has been. What's your crazy been, Ryan, other than sick kids? And
Hockey. My kids got hockey, and you know how that is. If you're a hockey parent, you get it.
Mm-hmm.
Work, just cutting agates. Finally got our saw going again, so
been having some fun slabbing. Been
getting some precious stuff from a precious lady cut up.
Nice.
What was wrong with your saw, Ryan?
The feed screw.
Oh,
it's
the
all
feed
good now.
screw was dead on it?
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
Well, it's part of it. It's just like brakes on your car. It's going to happen sometime. You got to be ready for it.
Yep. It's that word.
Well, and you guys do a lot of slabbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, 24/7.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So how many blades do you guys go through? Like, what is your
So we use Kingsley North blades.
Right.
There's centered rim blades. They're very nice.
Right. But how
and they're
often are
not
you
expensive.
changing them? No, they're not. I got a set of 3.
Once every 6 weeks, 5-6 weeks,
Well,
probably.
that's not bad. Okay. So
No,
I'll
just
probably
dress them.
once or twice a year. Okay.
If you dress them, they would work a long time. Now, if we're like aggressively cutting hard material, they might only last 2 weeks.
Okay.
I'd say
Right,
key
right.
thing to keeping your blade surviving longer, though, is setting your depth. Make
Yeah.
sure you're not going to bottom out, hit your arbor, or have something happen where that rock's going to skip out and damage your blade.
Yeah, make
Be
sure
thorough.
that you clamp
Be
your
thorough.
rocks in
Right.
hard.
Right.
Don't be shy with your clamps, guys. Make sure it's in there.
Yeah, that's where I run into a little bit of a problem because I always try and put something in there that's too wide. Because I just have the 14-inch and then it won't fit this way, so I'll put it in that way and then it hits the arbor and it makes terrible noises and starts smelling
Right.
funny. And
I did that the other day.
it's
It's scary.
not good.
It's
I'll
scary.
never forget the first time it happened. I called Ryan and I was like, "Listen to this noise. Tell me what this is," because I can't figure out what's wrong. And he's like, "Are you hitting the arbor?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" So yeah, I do have to be a little bit careful now and just either chip a piece off or do something to where it's not quite as fat.
I tell you what, guys, if a rock is too big, don't be shy. Like we have a 4-pound sledge. If you get a little wedge, just a tiny little wedge in a 4-pound sledge,
Right.
cut it
Right.
most of the way through, put the little wedge in there and just go boop. You don't even have to hit it hard. Just drop it 6 inches and it'll split
Right.
that rock in half.
Right.
And then
I have the
now you
power.
can slab it. I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be
Yeah.
beautiful right there. The slabs are going to come out beautiful either way. It doesn't matter. Get the
Right,
rock
right.
apart, get it in the saw.
We've busted up huge
Ah.
Brazilian and Matrix.
Yeah, I mean, we have a 200
Emerald
plus
and
pound piece of Red River just sitting in or Red Creek.
Red Creek.
It's the old stock Cherry Creek.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
have a,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Right. I have
Huge,
some.
huge piece sitting in our freaking room right now.
Wow. Nice.
Well, and one key to that, guys, is all different sizes of shims.
Mhm.
Mine, come to find out, was because the rock actually, it had a piece that came below my my vise bed, and I didn't realize it. And so once I realized that it was hitting my arbor, then you can put a piece of 1x into the front of that. So I kind of tilted it back up a little bit. So
Up.
shims of every kind that you can imagine.
Right. Right.
I snapped an arbor rushing
Brandon
a
said he
30-pound
snapped an arbor.
jasper.
Yeah. How
You did
crazy
what,
is
Ryan?
that?
Dang.
Brandon.
No,
said
not
he
me.
snapped
Your
an arbor.
buddy Brandon from
Yeah.
Facebook.
Oh,
Doom
Brandon
Slayer.
did.
Says he snapped an arbor rushing a 30-pound jasper. Listen,
That must have been
if you ever cut
scary,
anything
dude.
that weighs more than 10 pounds, put your saw in the lowest setting. Always. Don't rush it, especially a jasper or an agate.
If you have a variable
Right.
speed, right? Like I don't have, mine's not. I don't even think I can adjust the speed on mine. It's
Yeah,
Well,
but if he
push the
says that
button
he
and
was
go.
rushing it, he had
Yeah.
to have
yeah,
Right.
right.
variable speeds.
What brand saw you have, Courtney?
It's a Highland Park, but it's a
Well, you should-
14-inch.
You should be able to change the pulley on the motor over.
Okay.
Either that or
Next
like
time,
yeah.
next time you come to my house, can you show me how to do that?
I tell you what, Courtney, it should just be like a swing open door on the
Yeah.
side where the belts are. If you
Nope.
FaceTime me, I'll walk you through it.
Yeah, it's not a swing open. It's actually you have to because it's the tabletop. It's not the freestanding. It's a little bit different.
Oh,
It's a little
okay,
bit
yeah.
different. Yeah,
You,
but I
you
haven't.
don't have.
I mean, I haven't.
Well, you
had
know,
to
like
do-
if you have a 10-inch lower tone or the Highland Park 10-inch that looks like the lower tone with the plastic top, they're not adjustable. We've
Right.
had one of
No.
those before. There's
Well,
no speed
yeah,
adjustment.
and my
They
14's
are-
like that.
Great
It
push.
literally is just put.
They are.
You would have to
adjustable.
change the
You have to
pulley and the
change
belt
feed.
system.
Well, you have to
Right.
change the feed
Right.
motor to a different feed motor. So
Yeah.
a lot of guys
Right.
will run 4 or 5 different feed motors,
Right.
and if they're getting to different materials, they'll pull that feed motor off and put on a different one, which
Right.
takes about 30 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah, that's what I love
mean,
about our
haven't-
Highland Park. You just push a pulley
Right.
down, you switch the belt over to the size you want,
Right.
you adjust the pulley over and push it back up. You're done.
Nice.
It takes 5 seconds.
Nice,
It takes 5
nice.
seconds.
Yeah, I mean, I've never had any. The only thing I had issue with, really, other than trying to cut stuff that's too big that I shouldn't be cutting, is remember that tricolored coral I had a long time ago?
Oh, yeah.
That I don't know if it tore your saw up, but my saw did
Coral's
not like
hard.
that stuff. It did not
Coral
like
is
it
just-
at all. But other than
We
that,
cut
I
big
haven't had any
Brazilian
issues
agates.
with anything. I've cut jaspers, agates, soft stuff, calcites. I got no issue at all with any of it.
Yeah.
I
cut everything on the
just
slowest
you're
speed
okay
anyway.
with a little sparky fun. Yes,
Yep.
Jackie.
I don't cut in a hurry. Everything's on the slow speed. You know, I cut for my own use, so
Mhm.
I don't have to worry about Glacier Brothers there, Ryan and Andrew having to cut it a little bit faster. I
Yeah.
start my saw and come out in my shop and let
Right.
it go.
Right.
We usually leave ours on the slowest setting too.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
what I do.
because with the 20-inch, it cuts at such a high rate anyways at the lowest setting.
Right.
I mean, now if we're cutting something and I know that it's ridiculously soft, like
Onyxes.
onyxes, stuff like that, anything calcite related, fluorite, I'll ramp it up to medium, but I never go on high ever. You get sloppy cuts at high speeds. Let me tell you right now.
Really?
The more time you take, the better your cuts look.
Okay.
Because the faster that blade spins, the more vibration you get in it.
Yeah, and if you accidentally put a stone that's too hard in and you have your saw on high, you're damaging it every single time.
Yep.
Every time. And it's not the arbor, actually. You're going to damage the feed. The feed, if it's trying to put, especially if your blade is a little bit old and it's not completely sharp, you're going to really mess your saw up.
Well, it's not easy on the blades either.
Out, stuff like that.
You could easily break bearings.
That's one of the things I liked about that old Lortone 10-inch that I had. The feed was completely messed up on it, so it had been bypassed, and it had a cable that went from the back of the feed out through the back of the saw, and you hung whatever weight you wanted on it for whatever you were cutting.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's the way the old ones used to be. It's just a weight that hangs on a cable, and it pulls on your feed and pulls it into the blade. And I used
gravity feed.
Yeah, used 3 pounds most of the time is what I used on that. And
well, yeah, and a lot of people don't realize about that anymore. You can make that yourself, guys.
Absolutely,
you can figure that out. It's not that hard.
Even on the new saws, I mean, there's nothing keeping anybody from doing it if that's what they direction you want to go.
It's cheaper. I don't know.
In a lot of ways, it is.
It's as reliable, but it is.
Right.
Hey,
Matt.
Matt 1, computer 0. That's what I like to see.
And there's Emma.
Right?
Howdy.
Emma.
Matt and Emma.
Oh my goodness, the beard's coming.
Look, Matt's been so busy. Matt's been so busy he hasn't even had time to shave. Long time no see, Matt.
I want Matt to give me one of those. You know that?
Who's blowing up the Facebook? I don't know who's blowing up the Facebook.
It might be me.
Why can't we hear Matt? What's going on? Is video? Oh, your sound's not on, Matt. I don't even see sound for you at all. So check your speaker. Make sure it's attached.
Hey, Ryan, while Matt's trying to figure that out.
Was this Matt saying hi, or was this Matt?
Right? You're just saying, I can't hear you.
Computer.
Hey, Ryan, on the front of your saw where your feed comes across from the pulley system, there's an open slot on the top of that. Are you keeping that full of 80 weight oil? Yeah, gear oil. Okay. A lot of people don't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it will ruin your feed if you don't keep enough oil in there.
Run them dry and watch how fast that worm gear eats up.
Right. It makes a funny noise even when it gets low. You can hear it all the way in the house.
Oh, yeah.
Matt, can you hear us?
No, he can't hear us either. He said he can't hear us.
We could just see Matt.
Yeah, we could just see him.
Great.
Hi, Matt. Do we know sign language? I can't help him with that.
I love you in sign language.
I don't know how to fix that.
How do you sign, Matt, if you can hear us, stop making funny faces?
Look, Jackie said Emma will fix it. Yeah, I don't know. His video's on, but his mic isn't on. And without a mic, he's not going to have any audio either, right, Andrew?
Or has he got it muted and doesn't know it?
No, like he doesn't even have an icon to have sound. It's got to be his audio on his computer.
It happens. He's been busy.
I'm trying to message him.
Goodness gracious.
Of course, I can't type. So.
Tell you what, Jackie, Emma's a smart little girl. She's very smart.
Right? If anybody could fix it, it probably would be Emma. I know I can't. I'm not that. There he is. There he is.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us now? Okay, I can't.
Now we can't hear you.
We still can't hear you.
Do you have a notebook and crayons?
Like, hold on.
Join on your phone.
Emma's
Join
got
on
it.
your phone if
Emma's
you can
got
hear
it.
me.
That's funny. We'll get you, Matt. Oh, I see second Matt. Hold on. Hold on. How about that one?
There we go.
Can you hear us now?
How's that one? Any better now?
Woo-hoo!
Okay.
Yeah,
but
we can
now-
hear you. We
but
just
now
can't
we-
see
but
you.
Now we see the ceiling.
That's
So
a
bring
I was
it
gonna say
down.
it. That's a
There
nice
we
ceiling
go.
fan.
Hey!
Everybody cheer Matt. He got it.
Victory.
Now, if you
What a
want to,
kid
Matt,
show.
I can bring this one on, and can I?
Booger. There's Booger.
And I can.
Hi, Emma and Matt.
Can I?
How you
Can
guys
I?
doing?
Can I? I'm trying to hide your one camera. No, it won't let me. Okay, so we'll just talk to you on this one. Oh, maybe I can. Yes, this one. So we're gonna hide that one, but we should still be able to hear you, right? No. All right, never mind. I'm gonna unhide you. Okay, sorry.
The black. Oh, never mind.
So,
All
so
right.
Matt, Jackie's very impressed by how clean your ceiling is.
Yes.
It's a pretty clean ceiling. I mean,
Yeah.
I
haven't
try to
talked
take
to
my
him on
boots off.
first words. That's a pretty clean ceiling.
Yeah, I
Hey,
try to
Chris.
take my boots off before I get on the ceiling.
Right.
I mean,
Gotta kick
That's
the
very
drum.
nice. Very nice.
That
So,
must mean that when he comes home, his wife drives him up the wall.
What?
Oh,
Emma heard that.
maybe it's Emma driving him up the wall.
I doubt it. I don't think Emma is that kind
Me
of
and Andrew just disappeared out of the picture with that. We were both just like.
Oh my goodness.
maybe it's both of them drive me up the wall, but not usually on the ceiling.
Don't
Right.
look at me.
Right? Don't
You know,
look-
that was a really good song, Dancing on the Ceiling.
Court,
was a
I
good
think
song.
having both on there is not going to bother anybody.
Yeah, I'm not hearing
Nah.
any feedback since there's no audio on that
So-
one. So
I can drop off the other one, but I can't see on my phone. I'm old.
Oh, I
right?
got
I'm
you.
50 years old.
Sure.
I'm pretty damn old, and I can't see on my phone.
If you
Okay.
press your camera button on your phone, it should just make it so we can only hear you through that one and then talk to you through the other.
Oh shit! Now you're getting techie on
Right?
Yep.
me. Press
If
the
you don't
camera.
want both, we should be able to still hear you.
Ah!
Well, if
Oh,
anybody's
yeah.
going to help you with techie stuff, it's our buddy.
Ah,
good job, Andrew.
I tell you, man. I tell everybody.
Very, very
I'm
nice.
not good at the techie stuff. Andrew always
I got
knows.
you.
There you go. There
I
you
can
go.
literally look at him and be like, dude, this isn't working, and he'll fix it. And I'm like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
When it
yeah.
comes to computer stuff, I'm terrible.
I can
Right.
tell you my fix is shut this sumbitch, throw it in the trash, and get a new one. Right?
Yeah,
That's how
you
that
went like
shit
this.
works.
I was making fun of you. You went like this, and I was like, I don't know if he's excited to see us or if he wanted to assault his computer.
Yeah.
And I saw you throwing punches, and I was like, yeah, he's gonna get it, dude. He's gonna
Yeah.
get it.
That's
That's
great.
good.
Oh.
That's great.
That's how it's going.
Now, Matt, I'm going to take for granted you were out on one of those job sites where you were allowed to hunt for rocks, but you weren't allowed to shave.
Well, it's that
It
time of
looks
year,
nice
Dave.
and trimmed. What do you mean?
I get
Look at the
free every
lines
time.
on the outside. It doesn't
Every
got,
year
like,
this time, I
scraggly.
get free.
Do you?
Yeah.
Like a wolf.
That's how. Hey.
I get
We
furrier this
can't, we
time.
can't all play Santa Claus yet.
And I just trimmed about 3 inches off of it.
He's got clean lines on his beard and stuff. You don't look scraggly, bud. You look nice and sharp.
Oh, I wasn't saying he's looking scraggly. I'm just
Yeah,
not
look
used
at
to
that.
seeing him with a beard.
You have old
Yeah.
hair.
Ain't
I think
nothing
that's actually a really good size for you. I think it looks good.
Yeah, it does look good.
Thank you.
Wear-
Thank you,
Wear
bro.
it just like that until it's white.
Don't hate Dave. Don't hate on me, man.
Does that mean that it's below 70 degrees down there in Florida?
It is chilly. It was like 34 this morning.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Looked like
no.
one day.
What time was it by 4? 3?
About, I don't know, 68, 70.
Yeah, what? The peak of the day today it was 35 and we had t-shirts on outside like, yeah. And then at 4 o'clock the sun went away and yeah.
Yeah,
No, it's
it
like
drops
8
quick.
degrees.
It's like 8 degrees without the wind.
Oh no.
Yeah. My guys are a bunch of prima donnas. They're like, do you got some extra gloves, right? We're cold. Okay, I got some gloves for you, man.
That's
Dude, we'd be
great.
wearing t-shirts and shorts and flip-flops at 60 degrees. What?
I was going to say, hire some people out of Oregon. They'll sweat to death down there.
Yeah, right?
I
Right? 40
mean,
degrees with sun and no wind in December.
Jackie
It's
gets
a
it.
party,
Jackie
right?
gets it.
Yep.
Yeah.
She gets it for sure.
yeah.
No,
It's
y'all
really
can have
weird,
that.
Jackie.
all of you
We've
can
been
have it.
we've been as high as almost
I'll come
60
down south.
here in December, and that's absolutely crazy for Oregon.
I'm telling
That's
you.
nuts.
I don't know.
Yeah, this year's got some weird stuff
Yeah.
going on. Have you guys gotten snow yet? Rain,
Oh,
Andrew?
Just a little, not like we're used to. We normally
Right.
have 2 foot on the ground right now.
Right by now. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're used to
so
be snow in
on
October.
Christmas it's supposed to be 40 something.
Yeah.
I don't
They're
like that.
saying that
I
there's
moved here
this
because I want
weather
snow.
front coming up from where Matt is. That is
Soon,
causing
though.
us
It's supposed to drop real cold
unseasonably
soon.
warm. No snow in Minnesota for Christmas. Yeah, right? Right?
Yeah,
It-
we're
it-
even farther north than you, Jackie, and
Yeah.
us either.
It's supposed to be in the 50s here.
It's been so warm here, people
Maybe
fly in
if
from
you're, like,
Siberia
on
to
the
go
lake,
rock
huh?
hunting.
You might.
It's nuts. We get a little bit of rain. That's all we've really had.
Dave gets cool points. Look, he has a marble. It's marble.
Oh yeah, I stole that from my
Dave.
son.
Very nice.
Who's
Marvel.
that?
The
Who's,
comic
who's
book
the
nerds.
Facebook user?
Yeah.
I gotta go on Facebook. and
Marvel.
see.
I was going to say, hold that up again.
I was gonna say it's a DC. No, it's not.
No, it's Marvel. Iron
Yep,
Man
Marvel.
and Wolverine
Marvel.
and
I had to look
Captain
at it again.
America.
Yep, I had to
Oh,
look at
yeah,
it
that's
You
twice.
lost your cool
Okay.
points, Dave.
Okay.
You lost them. No, I'm just-
Hey, I just buy the silly things. I don't write on them.
Right? Too
Now,
funny.
the one cool cup I've got, I don't drink out of. Okay,
Yeah, I agree,
It's,
Jackie.
it's setting up on my mantle, and it has a rifle for a handle, a 94 Winchester, and it has a picture of John Wayne on it.
I love the Duke, man.
Oh, he's
That's
the
a
best.
cool cup. That's
Yeah, that's
Yes.
a pretty cool cup.
Right?
Right?
It's the best.
Dude,
Nice.
I got that Brazilian agate.
I
I
don't
used to
drink
have
out
a
of it.
Bonanza mug when I was a kid, and I would do anything to get me another Bonanza mug. That was my favorite show growing up as a kid.
Bonanza, really?
Oh yeah,
That's great.
up with Dan Blocker.
There's a
Green.
little side of the road little dive deli here. That if you ever come to visit, I'll take you to. They have Bonanza streaming on their TV 24. Every
We get
time
it
they're
here.
open. Every
I love
time I
that.
go in there, it's nothing but Bonanza. And I used to go in there for lunch and just sit there and watch Bonanza.
Grew up watching Bonanza, but because of Highway to, or what is it, Little House on the Prairie and Highway to Heaven, I absolutely cannot stand to watch Bonanza anymore because they ruined Little Joe when he went to those other shows.
But see, but that's you.
Can't stand the guy.
I don't know. I grew up. My
that-
mom
that's
watched
your,
Little House on the Prairie, but
Yeah.
Little
But
Joe
you have
was
to,
awesome.
Little
But Adam
Joe's
was
still Little Joe, though. See,
Yeah,
Little Joe
It-
isn't Michael Landon.
my wife watched that so much, watched all of them so much, I just got to where I couldn't watch it anymore.
That's funny.
I know Adam and Big Hoss were always my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Big
oh, yeah.
Hoss, absolutely, absolutely.
What are my stuff?
So, what else has been going on in your life, Matt, other than work, and more work? Anything?
Yeah. See, Amiga.
Beans. I'll go grab some beans.
Any new rocks, Matt?
Dave, I've been digging for rocks 20 foot deep.
Right.
Ain't found one yet.
He's gonna hit the ocean before he finds a rock.
I had a county guy, some kind of archaeologist, blah, 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 showed up last week and he's like, you guys find any artifacts? And I was like, no. It's like, oh, this area is rich. I was like, dude, I'm a rock hound. Like, I look at a grain of sand.
Right,
I mean,
right.
I'm trying to find anything. All I find is sticks and roots. I mean,
You know, I like the way Matt says that. He said, I haven't seen a rock in so long. A grain of sand's looking good.
that's right. I pick up the sand to see how big the grains are. You know what I mean?
That's
Just
bad.
walk in right when Matt gets home. He just took his boots off and he's just smelling a crystal.
What do you got, Emma? Are you beading? Did I hear you say you were getting beads?
She is
Nice. I've been beading too. It's so much fun.
She's ate up with it.
Nice.
Yeah.
She was thrilled right there.
Cute. Yeah. Nice. Nice.
Guys, if anybody knows where to get an imperial green jade,
Imperial green
I
jade.
want
Oh, that's
a
cute.
beaded bracelet, but I want like big beads.
Yeah, but you want the bright green. Like I have those ones, and they are big beads, but they're not the bright green. They're a darker green.
Bright green.
Unfortunately.
You could call that dude Brandon Chamberlain.
Nice.
He may have some.
Oh, really?
I feel like I have more.
I'll send you his number.
I'll have to check with him.
He may have some. If he
Even
doesn't, they got
Chris,
some.
I just want a green bracelet.
Right.
Yeah, if he doesn't, they may have some in Virginia, where he deals with.
Right on.
Yeah, if he's got some in Virginia, let me know, Ryan. I'll go get some.
Matt, you need
That's
to
not that far.
buy her a
you know?
bead mill and put her to work.
Right?
Yeah, Courtney's always looking for beads.
Does she have a tackle box to keep her beads in?
I don't know.
She's got organizers to
Yeah.
keep her beads in.
Okay.
Well,
I have these little tackle boxes that have like 4 little drawers in them, and they're divided. They're awesome. You can hold so many beads in one little tiny tackle box. It's amazing.
Now, are those plastic beads or are some of them stones?
some
Both.
are so.
Both? Okay.
Some are so.
Depends on who the bracelets are for, there, Dave.
Right. That's right.
if
That's right.
you're just the average Joe, you get a plastic bracelet, right? But if you're,
I'll be right back.
Don't tell me if it's some blonde-haired, blue-eyed 8-year-old, he gets the real thing.
I
Right.
just saw Art's comment.
his dad
He
better
said,
be
wow,
able to
no
fight.
snow in
I mean,
Minnesota.
that's all I can tell you, right? Yeah, his dad better be
That's
able to
great.
fight or
Jackie
have
said
good
she's got
dental
turquoise
insurance.
beads, but not jade beads. I'll look when I go.
Boys.
When I go to the store on Friday, I'll see if they have any real jade beads.
Okay.
And if they do, I will make you a bracelet.
I got some jade if you're feeling real frisky, right?
I made this one. It has stones.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
That's nice.
it's fun making them, isn't it, Emma?
So pretty.
Yeah, very nice. Good job.
Now, when are you going to teach her how to drill the holes in the beads?
See, that's where I run into a problem. 'Cause I'll make the beads all day long, but I ain't drilling them holes. Nope.
Well, you know, they sell one of those ultrasonic drills. I think both Covington and Highland Park have them. And
Yeah.
they're supposed to be good for that. And somehow these guys, when they're using those bead mills, they're drilling the holes in them the same way. I don't know what they're doing. I've never tried it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it just takes time, and I don't have it.
It's a big.
Well, how much time do you have to learn how many different things? That's the problem.
Well, right. And I'm maxed out at my time right now. I just don't have until I can afford to hire a cashier at the store, and I don't have to be there all the time. My time.
Well,
is,
and I just read an article that said that right now for men, the average age is 73. It means I have 12 years to learn everything I can learn.
the average age of what?
Of the lifespan for men now.
73, that's all?
73, yeah. So that means I have 12 years to figure all of this out. Many rocks as I can pile in my shop.
You
I've
better
got to
hurry
collect.
up, and you better write your will accordingly.
So you're
Who's
61?
getting all those rocks? Because
A will? Nobody wants my rocks.
I'm calling me, bro.
Well, nobody in my family wants my rocks. Put it that
That's
way.
why you need to treat them accordingly.
That's right. Courtney wants to be number one on the will.
I mean, I think you should divide them up between all of us. All of your rock friends should get some rocks.
That's not a bad idea. That's what now. There's a company should really start. Is a lapidary will society.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
There is, I don't know who it is who you would call for,
Jackie.
like assessments, right? Or values. Like say Dave dies and Heather, is it Heather?
Uh-huh.
Doesn't know, what are your rocks really worth? There are people that appraisers. That's
right.
What it is.
Appraisers. Yeah.
Like a collection appraiser. I'm sure
we have them. We have them all over Oregon. Appraisers. Every
Yeah.
time somebody dies, they go to the widow and they appraise it at almost nothing and take them home.
Well, that's they need people that are going to do it honestly and give them a fair.
Isn't it?
Made me angry as all that, dude.
Right?
We have a community that is so built on honesty and knowing each other, but we have so many people that take advantage of that too.
Absolutely.
You listen, if you guys need help appraising your gemstones, don't ask an appraiser. Ask one of us.
Well,
right?
That's what I'm saying. We should start
right?
like an honest appraisal company.
There you go. That's not a bad idea at all.
For collectors.
Like Antiques Roadshow, but just gemstones with us.
Exactly. Yeah.
Stop it. I'll go all over the country with you.
Glacier
I will.
Roadshow, baby.
I can just see it now. Ryan's gemstones and groves.
We can have an RV. Yeah, we have an RV and just drive around and just help people. Because let's face it, so many collections end up at the estate sale, yard sale. Right, where grandma died, and I had a guy recently call my store. His grandmother died. Nobody wants her rocks. He wants to bring her rocks in and sell them to me for like $50.
Okay.
I'm like, dude, you can bring them in. I don't know if I'm gonna buy them, but you can bring them in. I'll look at them. Like I couldn't even do it. Like, no, I'm not buying those for $50, and I don't have the money to spend on what it should have been. You know what I mean? I guess I could have bought them for $50 and felt bad about it, but
this here,
and that's true, Jackie. But at least you would get a better value than somebody coming and just buying a bucket of rocks for $10
right
out of the backyard, right?
This right here is probably one of the most rare and hard to get agate you will ever hear of, and that's Trent agate from right here in Oregon. Hasn't been mined since 1965.
Okay.
The old boy that had the mine managed to get out what he could before they built a freeway over it and shut him off.
Oh, wow.
He lived right up here, not far from me. And his kids, after he died, actually his grandkids, had like 1,000 pounds of this stuff. It was all that he managed to collect. And they went around and were selling it. And I know the guy that bought everything they had for $500 because they didn't know what it was worth. Didn't know what it was worth. That slab right there, this slab right here is $100 slab.
Right. But that's it. Like they got taken advantage of.
It's what I mean.
That makes me so sad.
Yep.
It's
I can tell you that. There you go. Hold on. It takes two hands to pick these up.
Don't be sad, Ryan.
I'm not sad. It makes me really angry. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got a matching pair. This thing is about.
I'm not going there.
Well, hopefully you still got a matching pair too. I understand if you got trimmed.
Oh, look at that.
Is that pet wood?
That's beautiful.
Arizona wood.
It is.
Arizona wood, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, rainbow forest, Arizona. Huge
right.
piece. So I've got a matching pair. It was some guy's daughter that he passed on, and she was selling them. I mean, and she was selling them for stupid cheap, and I was like, hey. So I messaged her and said, hey, that's not that's not what you should be selling it for. Not at all.
I see some of those bookends with those purples in there sell for $200-300.
Right. I see what you're saying, Jackie, but
I'm gonna let Matt talk though. Matt was talking.
I'm sorry.
I've had cash offers for $1,500 for the pair, right?
Woo.
Those are not.
Where you could get this?
I mean,
it's a lot bigger than what I was talking about.
They're big, yeah.
They are.
It's got purple in it.
What is it, about 8 pounds a piece?
Oh wow, those are thick too. I was talking like.
These are 3 inches thick.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. But I did tell him, not a good idea. Don't do that, right? Do not do that. So I bought a good bit off of her, and I was like, hey, sell the rest of it. I don't want the rest of it, but you can't sell it for that. So I referred her to a couple of people that could give her a better deal, because it's sad to me. I mean, somebody like me that is a collector that has a shit pile of, some crazy rock. Most folks come in and they look at that and they're like, right? Yeah. It's rocks. I mean, okay, some are purple and some are green, but they're all rocks.
Right.
It's not all rock, know?
Right.
Not at all.
Stones, man.
Yeah.
Well, and that's where Jackie, I mean, on one hand, Jackie did bring up a good point. If it's somebody that has all the stuff and even if they knew it has value, it doesn't have any value to them. They just want to get rid of it. I guess that's a different story. They know that, somebody paid more, but they just want it out of their lives. What are you going to say?
That graining is beautiful in that one.
That is gorgeous.
That's from the same collection. Yeah, that's probably a 2-inch slab. Matching pair.
Right. Nice.
But yeah, there's a lot of it out there. If you follow some of those guys, Tyree, he does a lot of that, buying old collections. There's quite a few of them out there that buy them up, and they go for pennies on the dollar for what they're worth. I mean, stupid amounts.
Right.
Crazy to me to think of what somebody's got invested in that, the time, the thought, the feeling, the chase, right?
Right. And that's it, right? I mean, I get part of it is exactly that, right? The feeling, the chase, the hunt, all of that. But then there's the actual financial value, right? Like my husband honestly could care less about my rocks. He supports my business because he knows that I love it. But he damn sure knows the value of it as well. You know what I mean? He's not going to go sell all of my stuff for, $500. He's going to want a good amount of money for it. I don't think he'd keep all the opals, but he wouldn't keep anything else. But most of the opals are sitting on his desk anyway. When I feel like I'm spending too much money, I buy him an opal and it's all okay again.
Why are we talking about this?
I don't know how we got on the subject.
I don't want to talk about this.
All right, what do you want to talk about, Ryan? What's up?
No. I don't want to talk about like you not being here. Let's talk about something happy, okay?
Here's something happy. I got this for Jackie.
Time.
Can you see that okay, Jackie?
Ooh, that's pretty.
That's petrified wood. She said she likes the stuff that looks like petrified wood. That's a pop socket I made out of one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I have a pop socket of yours that is, I think it's Hell's Canyon.
Which color is it?
It's Hell's Canyon color.
Is it black?
I would have, no, it's not black.
It's not the black breccia? I know I did sell you a Hell's Canyon.
Yeah, and it's because I can't use them because I drop my phone regularly and I'm not trying to break them, especially those. So, but yeah, the market. And I think a really pretty marcasite one.
The pet wood pop sockets are probably the #1 seller that I've made.
Right.
People love them.
Yeah.
That and the marcasite and the turkey stick, they both sell really well. As a matter of fact, I sold. Where are they at? I don't know if you can see them through the packages, but you saw that one I posted
Oh
earlier.
my God, so beautiful.
That one,
so beautiful.
and this turkey stick pop socket. You can kind of see it through the glare there.
Turkey stick.
Sold both of those today.
Turkey stick.
Turkey stick.
Back me up, Dave.
Yes, my turkey stick.
Kids the medicine.
Things are good.
Turkish. The turkey stick.
It's a turkey stick. Hey, I come from Oklahoma. We don't put ish on anything.
Right.
Now we gotta get some turkey stick and carve it like a turkey stick and send it to Dave.
There you go.
Yes.
No, that's it. There's some really nice materials out there. I got that. Matter of fact, Matt didn't get to see it. That's why I got that new Gary Green. That's not green. The blue.
Yes.
Should
Well,
they rename it Gary Blue?
No.
It's not even called Gary Green anymore. So.
Well, I have to go with the Gary Green. Number one, I don't like the new name.
I don't like it either.
I call it Arsenite most of the time.
Yeah.
Larsenite was the original, and then,
Right.
and then Gary Green. But Gary Green's what I knew it as from way back, so I stick with Gary Green.
Right.
You know.
So I have a question. Speaking of changing names of stuff, when the mines change hands like that, do they have to change the name, or is it just because somebody wants it to have their own? You know what
It
I
might
mean?
be under census some of the
Yeah.
time where they're like, you do have to change the name. You can't keep our name.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
But
Some
a lot
of it they.
the time, that's up to
yeah.
the public, though. It's what the public calls it.
Okay.
Like Tiffany Stone, they fought hard for it not to be called that, but that was the name of the original miner's daughter that it got taken from was
Right.
Tiffany,
Okay.
and she was 6, so everybody calls it Tiffany Stone. That's
Right.
just what it is, you know.
Okay.
Everything has its own story, I guess.
Right.
There
just
are
depends on
some
the mine.
materials. Yeah, there are materials
lot
that
of
when the
people
mine
really
sells,
love
the
them.
agreement is to keep the name the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep the
You know,
name
so
the
it just
same.
kinda
and make
depends.
it
That's what I would think.
different.
I would think,
Yeah.
I mean, keep it the same. Why have, like the Gary Green, Larsenite, Freedom Jet, whatever? Like, why does it have to have 3 or 4 different names? Why can't it just
So
be
the
one name?
situation with the Larsenite Gary Green, there's a story behind it that the two people who owned it before took advantage and did not pay for the materials. I mean, there was a big thing over it. So
Right.
they were trying to get away from the name that had the bad connotation, and that's when he went with the Freedom Jasper. I just think he could have, and that was Brian Curl. Hey, Brian's a great guy. They're fantastic people. It's just not a name to me that really had the spark to it that the Larsenite of
Right.
the Gary Green had. So we were kind of used to it, and I understand what he was trying to do. I think it could have been a more catchy name.
Yeah. I just feel like it's not the Rock's fault that someone was crappy. Like,
Right.
what have to,
I love the Larsenite / Gary Green, but I'm a sucker for Caldera paint.
Yeah.
I love Caldera paint.
So Jackie was just asking a question.
have
So
one
yeah,
question.
Jackie, that's Brian Curl and Dale Hewitt.
Yeah. Yep. The Caldera paint, I think I have one slab somewhere.
It's amazing, and it's just as hard, same kind of put together as Gary Green.
Yeah,
I feel
beautiful.
like
Right.
there wasn't as much vegetation, maybe, or algae or something in that area. That's why it doesn't get the color. It's literally the same exact formation, wormholes, everything.
Right. Interesting.
Oh, and here's Matt. Matt didn't see that there was a Matt. I don't know if you weren't here earlier. We were talking about there's a new Gary Green that they come up with, and I'm trying to remember how she said exactly it happened, but it's out of the same mine but a different location, and it's blue.
How does John Cook play into that? Because he claims he owns them both. As far as I know, Brian Curl owned those.
Yeah. Polka
Well,
dot
and-
agate too, yeah.
I think that still has something to do with the Caldera Rock Shop and all of them down there. And I don't know how all of that works together. I know the name John Cook, not someone I met, but I know the name. And but I do know Brian, and I've met Dale and some of the others up there. All you get is the stories that float around the community. So I'm not sure how it all connects together.
I know nothing.
I remember seeing that John Cook took possession of the Gary Green mine and named it like Freedom Jasper, I believe.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
it brought freedom to his work life and stuff like that. You know?
Yeah, and somehow Brian's connected to that with Dale and all of them and everything up there, and so.
It's fine.
Yeah, I saw that too, Andrew. Like a year and a half, 2 years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, it's the Jolly Rock Man's in the house.
What?
Dwayne all the way.
Dwayne, what's up?
Dwayne.
Dwayne's been working like a madman too lately.
Mm-hmm.
Is he over 50?
We were talking on the phone the other day, and I was like, I don't see your shows anymore. What's going? He said he's too busy. He's too busy to do them right now till after the holidays.
It's crazy.
But also because, he's got them all packed in the house, in the garage, because holidays, you kind of need your house. So we had to get them all out.
I was wondering what was going on too. I haven't seen him on him.
Yeah, we try and talk on the phone every now and again when we both can breathe a little bit. He has a store in 62, Dwayne said he is.
Fighting it.
Store in
Claxton 9.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, Jackie, about 35 miles north of me.
That's
Nice.
class, baby.
I know that John Cook has good stones. The family stones do. They always have crazy cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's glass.
This one?
Huh? True rock hound test. Bite it.
They were calling it bogwood, but there's very little real wood in it. And I heard they wanted to get away from calling it a wood when it most is not. I heard something about that too, Travis. I don't know.
Yeah, from what I've understood with the studies that came back, it's a type of bog mud, right?
No.
What did it end up being?
There is no organic material at all. It is a vent. It's a steam vent type of material.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and so it is literally a jasper.
Like mookaite is a steam vent.
Yeah, and so and that's the way it forms.
Jasper.
No, I got you.
Yeah, it's thermal vent, exactly. It's a thermal vent
right.
jasper formation.
But
that's why I asked you, because we worked the material, but as far as like you had told us that they were doing that stuff, I never heard exactly what it was after.
Yeah,
you said
yeah. I actually read the report, the geology report that came back, and then of course Dave Garcia. Remember, we had him on the show, and he was talking about meeting the guys, and they had talked to him. They told him the same thing. They were the ones who had the geology report and had that done. They found out that there was no organic material at all in the creation of Gary Green.
Okay.
No, that's cool. Props to them.
Yeah.
We get stuff from Indonesia. Courtney does, and then she sends to us. And I swear, like a bunch of the marcasite that we've gotten and cut, it's agatized coral.
Yeah. That
it's
last
coral
batch.
marcasite in it,
Yeah.
and they don't say that it's that.
Yeah.
We say
That's
that
awesome, though. Yeah.
Yeah, because you can see the little fossils, the little corals in them.
Right. Well, and I don't know.
He sends videos and says, "Marcasite straight from the bowels of the earth. Do you want some?"
who is this, Courtney?
My guy in Indonesia.
He's good though. I tell you, his stuff is nice.
Yeah.
You guys will have to hook me up with him, because I have two sets of material I was working with here today. And back when I started doing this a little over 4 years ago, I got hooked big time by a guy out of Indonesia because he knew I didn't know what I was doing. I was new at this, and he really got me big time.
Now I've been dealing with this guy for a couple of years now, and I won't deal with anybody else other than him.
She
really made me bitter.
I know one, and I trust him.
Looks like an agate.
Etcha is amazing. I trust him for sure.
Who?
Agate.
Etcha, ECHA, Etcha. It's all one word.
Okay.
I don't know. Like we've done orders with him before in the past, and he never messed around with us one time. He was always honest. Shipping was good. So
right.
And see, that's another thing right there that would be really great. Honestly, if we had a way that we could let people know who the good guys are, who's really good to buy from. It doesn't matter. There's no real competition, because anything anybody wants, somebody's got it out there anyway. So,
I would say currently, as far as Indonesian sellers go, Courtney has the best one. He sends her really good stuff.
He does. And he doesn't. I like him because if I tell him, don't bother me for a while, I don't have any money, whatever, I'm not trying to buy, he doesn't barrage me with pictures and videos and stuff. You know what I mean? And if we haven't talked in a couple weeks, he'll just send me a message and say, "Hey, how are you?" You know what I mean? So it's more than just somebody sending you videos constantly and you decide, trying to decide if you want to buy something. There's been over the last couple of years, it's a little bit of a relationship. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I like that part of it. So because that's really for me, the rocks are great, but the relationships are the bonus.
You remember a few years ago, the guy that just went by Agate Seller out of Indonesia? He's the one. I didn't know what I was doing. $1,100 later between two shipments, and I was really, because I bought 12 kilos of the one material, but it was, matter of fact, you have a piece of the material. There were certain areas of it, Courtney, that opalized petrified wood with the copper in it.
Yeah. Okay.
You get a little piece here and there out of it, but it was not the quality. The photos had been enhanced to make it look this bright blue and all
Not
that.
about that.
And that's something like my guy knows. Send me pictures in natural light.
Right.
I don't play. You know what I mean?
That's why I like doing live sales. You can't play with the light, man.
Right.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Kind of made me bitter against Indonesian sellers. So the instant I see them now, I block them.
There's so many that are not good.
I won't buy from people now from other countries unless.
I started out real slow with him, like $100, couple $100.
Right.
And then finally I was like, all right, let's try $400.
Well, and honestly, you really can't afford to most of it anymore. I mean, the shipping and everything has gotten so astronomical from overseas, no matter where you get it. It's really.
I think the most I've paid in shipping from him was $50.
I can tell you, with blockage of the Suez, it's about to get steeper.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. He sometimes, if it's enough, like the marcasite, when we got all that marcasite, because we got a lot of marcasite.
Yeah.
It was free shipping. And I'm sure the shipping was built.
It was built into it,
cost, right? But it was still a good price, even. I mean, I think we made decent money on it, didn't we, Ryan? So. Yeah, but it's finding. I mean, that was a while ago. You know what I mean? It was a while ago. So I don't, I got so many rocks going on. If it's not in this year's accounting, I don't know. Like, I know where we are for this year, which is
What is this?
a whole nother subject that we won't talk about.
Well, even we had Brad and Hannah on here. We've had John and Sherman on here, and even they will tell you now they don't buy that stuff unless they go over there and hand pick it, so they know exactly what they're getting. They won't let them just ship it to them.
Right.
I'd say I've bought some from Indonesian sellers, whatnot. And I agree, Courtney. You kind of start out small, you buy a little bit.
Got to build some trust.
And you've got some guys coming at you are like, well, it's only $2,000, and it's 20 kilos and blah, blah, blah. And
I still won't spend more than $1,000 at a time. I just won't. I'm not trying to, and I would rather buy, $300 to $700 worth of something, whatever it is, and do that multiple times than to buy, $5,000 all at one time.
Right.
I just don't have. Even though I know this guy, I kind of know this guy. I trust him. I just don't ever want to take that risk. I just don't. You know what I mean? It's just too much money to.
That's understandable for sure.
Well, and there are two other red flags.
Whatever, right?
Two other red flags I've learned. One of them was this week. If someone wants to sell you something, I don't care what country they're from, and this was right here in the U.S., they wanted me to pay them and then send me an invoice. Nope. Not doing it. I'm not going there.
I saw that.
If they want me to buy more than like $40 or $50 worth of stuff and do it the friends and family route on PayPal, you're not protected. I won't do it. So if I get material that's bad, you're just without.
Right. Now, I want an itemized invoice.
Yep.
Right.
Not just a money request that says what it is. I need an itemized invoice for every purchase. Just that simple. Because
Just send me
not
some
only-
Walmart gift cards, Dave.
Yeah, right? But I want us both protected. I want both the buyer
Right.
and the seller protected.
That would have been a
It's-
great moment if Brad was here to been like, "What's your phone number?"
Absolutely. Yeah, right?
What's your phone number, Brad? Is this the real Brad or the fake Brad?
Can you hear me now?
No, this was some
Oh,
beautiful
my.
material, some petrified wood, and I really wanted it, but the guy was adamant. No, you
Lepidolite.
pay me, then I'll send you an invoice. You'll get it in your email and then I'll get it ready to ship.
Right.
And I've when you've been burned enough times, you want to trust people, but there's this little thing that says, yeah. I'm going to let this one go.
That's right.
Send me an invoice with itemized material and the shipping also itemized on the same invoice.
Exactly.
I will pay it and you can ship it.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. That's how it works, right? Well, I was telling you guys about there's a guy that makes beautiful, beautiful jewelry, and he had some purple spiny oyster, and I wanted a bracelet and pendant, and I think I got earrings too, which I don't know why, because I don't wear earrings, but he literally made it and sent it to me and said, just send me a check when you get them if you like them. If you
That's
don't-
right. I forgot
if you
about
don't
that.
like
Yeah.
it, send it back. If you do, send me a check. And I was like, are you serious right now? Because he doesn't know me from the hole in the wall.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Keith Burdick. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. But I was amazed
Wonder how many times he's been ripped off that
to
way.
still have that much faith in humanity,
Right.
right? Now, I don't know if you guys saw that. You see the custom cut ring I did for the gentleman? There's the big long story of his wife losing their engagement ring, blah,
Right.
blah, blah, 47-year, blah, blah, blah. So I made him the new stone, made him it's a month and a half later, he still hadn't paid the invoice. And it was $62. It wasn't a lot, right?
Oh, okay.
But
When you
still-
said make a ring, I was like,
it's still 62. Yeah, he went and bought the setting. So he did
Oh,
that. And then I made the stone and I charged him like, I don't know, $30 to make the stone. Plus I had to overnight ship it. That was like $34 to overnight ship it. So the invoice was like $62.76. And he still hasn't paid it.
What do you think, Jackie? I mean, do
trusted
some
him.
people just forget and you just, or have
I
you
don't know.
reminded
I know
them,
I'm not calling him.
you
I
know?
mean, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It just
You-
is.
You hate to think that
But I
everybody
won't
that
do
does
that
that,
again because
yeah,
this was the
no,
sweetest little old man
right?
that said, if you can trust me, I'd like to do it. And I said, no problem. I got you.
But
And
you
I've
said the
never
key
heard
word
from him
right there.
again.
You said old. That means he forgot.
No,
I'd call that old sumbitch up and tell him, hey man,
I
right?
thought about it.
Now it's $100, right?
Yeah, right. Ding,
Yeah.
ding.
just
Hey,
a
you never know
reminder,
though,
at least,
Courtney.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We've had plenty of people spend a lot of money with us and then be like, oh, well, by the way, we need 2 weeks. You know what I mean?
Right,
And
right.
we're like, no, that's fine, because
Yeah.
they communicate.
right.
Don't communicate. And then I'm like, hey, bro,
That's right.
hello.
And that's
You
it.
know-
It's communication,
Questions,
right?
baby.
It's communication. But I think what I did, because I didn't question whether he was going to follow through. I really didn't.
That was classic.
I didn't keep his phone number. I didn't keep, I have his address. I could send him a letter, a second copy of the invoice. Hey,
Just send him a
Hey,
reminder
he's-
notice.
maybe I'll do that. I'll send him
Yeah,
a
just send a
reminder
reminder
invoice.
notice.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'd
Because
send
people
him
do
an
forget.
old school letter, right? He's old enough. He's
That's
kinda
what I'm
phased
saying.
age,
Yeah, I
right?
should
I'd
just put
send
it in the
that
mail.
old sumbitch a letter and say, hey man, where's my money at?
Look, where's my $62? I'm going to send somebody to repossess the
come to your
horse.
house. Yeah. But,
That's right.
I mean,
Where's my money at?
I'm going to take your mule and your
Right.
cow.
That's right.
I mean, I didn't charge you what I should have, and yeah, I bet over
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what.
backwards, and
IRS sent me one of those letters today. I was Johnny on the spot right now. I got
bet you
that turkey
were.
paid. Those letters work.
Oh my! All right, guys, I gotta go. Yeah, I gotta go eat dinner.
Like, share, subscribe, bros.
Please and thank you. Anybody got
Yep.
anything
Hey, come
to say
see
other
us
than
again.
bye? See you next week.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't come on here for clout for our business, so I never
No.
shout out or anything.
Right.
I just come on here to
Right.
talk to you guys about stones, and I love it.
That's
so.
it.
That's right. That's what it's
You
about.
know,
what it's
hey,
about.
come join Rock Tumblers for Autism. As far as that part, that's a charity, and you know, we just do it for fun.
There you go. Matt,
It helps kids
so glad that you
get
made
into
it.
lapidary,
Emma,
though. So
wonderful
It does.
to see you.
hit up Soul Fragments. We love that.
Say Merry
Thank you.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Oh,
Christmas, everybody.
my goodness. Yes, everybody have a
holidays.
great
Kwanzaa,
Christmas. Happy
Kwanzaa.
holidays. All that good stuff.
Merry Christmas.
Your shirt smells.
We are coming back next week. Yeah. 2 days after Christmas. I'm
Works
just
for
checking
me.
because we didn't talk about it. Okay.
Oh,
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm
works
I'm
for me.
home for a few weeks, so I'm down.
Awesome.
All righty.
Beautiful.
Oh, we got Matt back. Woo!
Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff.
Crazy.
All right, guys. Everybody
Love
be
you,
good.
boo.
We love you.
All right.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Bye bye, everybody.
Adios.
Bye-bye.